I got a, woo! Hot fire. Now here's some deep snow. Maybe right over on the backside of this would be a good spot to hunker down. Dropped my sled there. I was afraid it might roll when I get on this slope spot here. But around back here, got a nice big drift. I think I'm gonna probe this, see if this might be a good spot to dig in. Avalanche Probe. So an avalanche probe is primarily used to probe the snow after an avalanche to find a buried skier, hiker, snowmobiler. But it also can be used just to probe the depth of the snow. So right here, we're looking at 53 inches, 135 centimeters. I'm gonna probe this area up here in this drift to see if I've got enough depth that I can build a snow cave right into the side of this snow drift. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say we're gonna have enough depth here because right here at the bottom of this slope, the snow is over 6 feet deep. I'm gonna just probe a few spots, make sure I'm not hitting any trees or big rocks or anything. Well, this probe is 8 feet and I just buried it 8 feet down without hitting anything. Well, I'll take the snowshoes off and see how bad I post hole. Hopefully I can work without them. Okay, so my plan of attack here is the wind is coming down through here like this. So if I tunnel in this way, that'll be perpendicular to the flow of the wind, which will be good. Sometimes when you build a snow cave, you want to come out of the cave and then have an angled entrance so that the air or the wind would have to go around corners. But here, since I know the wind is going to be coming in this direction, I'm going to go in this way perpendicular to the direction of the wind, and that should be good. Okay, got a good start here. Just about almost waist deep.
I was feeling pressed for time and started shoveling at a rapid pace. At over 10,000 feet elevation, I quickly noticed the thinner air appear.
Okay, I've emptied everything off my poke sled, and I'm going to try just sliding it down into my entrance as I carve away at the snow. See if I can fill up the sled, pull the sled out, dump the sled, repeat. Oh yeah, that is a lot of snow. I think this is about my 6th sled full of snow. It's a little bit slower going once you get inside here because you're working in more of a confined space, taking smaller chunks out little by little. But oh my goodness, without this sled, that would be brutal. There's the level there. I'm going to put my sleeping platform on, and then there's another level down, and then there's the sinkhole right where I'm sitting with the sled. Oh.
When sleeping in a snow shelter, it's best to have your sleeping surface as high as possible, with a lower area that allows for the cold air to sink and the warmer air to rise to help keep you warmer.
Okay, a little bit of a change of plans. So you can see how far back I made it on the sleeping platform level, but I was going to dogleg off to the side here. But the deeper in I get, the harder this snow is compacted. So it's easiest for me to just keep chipping away straight into the drift, pulling the debris out onto the sled, and then running the sled out and dumping it. So I'm just going to go straight in, and then the opening here I've left about the right width to cover up with the sled. So the sled will become my door this evening. But oh my goodness, look at the amount of debris I've hauled out of that drift. Crazy. Building a snow shelter is no joke. Wow, 3 hours to dig a hole in this snow. Oh my word. Look at the carnage. All of this snow. Let me show you what we got here. Basically, our entrance is straight in. We've got a little bit of a step up here, and then all the way back. So my head will go all the way to the back, and then the doorway will be covered with my sled. Wow, wow, wow. It's shaping up to be a beautiful sunset. Wow. Wonder what the chances I could get a fire going. Okay. Carefully watch the post holes. Okay, I was able to scrounge up a little bit of firewood, so I think I'm gonna actually make a little fireplace here. Just when I thought I was done shoveling, I decided to make a fireplace. Dry out my gloves. Okay, the first thing I'm going to lay out is this foam pad, and then my air mattress will go on top of that. Super excited to try out this new air mattress by Hikenture. Never heard of them before, but it was a good price and good reviews. So self-inflating 3 or 4 inch mattress, but it takes a long time for it to inflate, so I'm going to help it out with the pump. Oh, that fire feels good. Oh. Warmth. Sun's going to be dropping over the mountains soon, and temperature's going to drop fast. I'm so thankful to have this fire going. Time to go find some more firewood. Kind of wish I would have brought a saw. Oof. No, that's not gonna break. Woo, smoke in the eyes. Okay, got the fire going again. That's what happens when you don't bring a saw. You end up with a really tall fire. Bigger logs will catch and start burning down. Now I gotta finish setting up my sleeping quarters. I got a, woo, hot fire. I got a 0-degree Marmot down sleeping bag, which will be plenty for tonight. I think it's only supposed to get down to maybe the upper 20s. I don't think there's gonna be much wind. For crying out loud, I got a fireplace. I'll get this fluffed out. And then a couple other items I highly recommend for snow camping. Some fluffy down-filled booties and a down-filled hood that you can cinch up around your head and you don't have to worry about getting down inside the sleeping bag. Woo, that's gonna be cozy. Okay, before the sun sets any further and we start getting darkness upon us, it's time to put up some lights. Okay, got the runway lights installed. Might need those in the middle of the night, you never know. Plus, I don't want any of these snowmobilers to be flying into my humble abode. The fire has burned down and created a nice pit. I'm gonna throw some snow on that now to mitigate the smoke and get to making dinner. Okay, we got our 12 ounces of water coming to a boil here. We're going super simple today. We're going with the chili mac with beef mountain house meal. Tell you what, these things are expensive, 10 bucks. I mean, they're pretty tasty. They're very handy, very easy to prepare, very lightweight to carry. But I've got a video coming up where I'm gonna show you some hacks where you can spend a fraction of the money and make a tasty, lightweight meal. Forgot my spoon. Well, I've got it, but it's clear over there. So this is my first time building a snow shelter. I've watched lots of videos on how to do it and all the different ways and techniques. For decades, I have wanted to do this, literally decades, and I've just never gone and done it. I've tent camped in the snow, but never dug in and slept under the snow. And I tell you what, it is hard work. And I really had no idea what to expect. But wow. Hot and tasty. Okay, it is time to check in for the night. And here is my abode. And yes, that is fireside crackling candle burning in the alcove. Okay, all tucked in and roasty toasty. And yes, I have my fireplace, my Frasier fir scented Woodwick candle crackling in the alcove. And I'm showing 30 degrees outside and almost 34 degrees inside. And I've got my CO alarm monitor showing 0 parts per million. Okay, I'm all tucked in and I'll leave you with these two thoughts. I may have overdressed a little bit. I'm getting quite toasty already and it's up to 34 degrees in here. And secondly, I'm gonna sleep like a rock because I am exhausted. Good night, everyone.
outside and 34 degrees inside. Candle burned all night. Melted a little bit of the roof where the heat is rising, but there's like 2 or 3 feet of snow up there, so not concerned about that. It got a little chillier last night than I expected it to. The coldest I saw it on the thermometer during the night was 19 degrees outside, but it never dropped below 32 degrees inside, so that was nice. I did get up once just before sunrise this morning, and to my amazement, as soon as I slid out of my little cubby hole here, I discovered the wind has come up. The wind is probably blowing 10 to 15 miles an hour, but inside I still feel no air movement. And as you saw, it's still 32 degrees inside. The sun is rising and it's time to slide out of here.
Breakfast of champions, Little Debbie apple pie.